This is David Lynn, and you are with me for Coffee Talk, number 473. It is Monday, July the 14th, right at 7 p.m. It has been a day. I've been doing yard work. I'm tired, and I'm drinking Nescafe coffee. I was watching a video Uncle Al made earlier, and I think he made a reference about me and my coffee. Or it seemed like he was trying to thump me on, my chosen beverage. KP Heathen, how's it going? He did a nice video on a flashlight. He likes the old school flashlights used in the AA or the AAA batteries. Desi Jotty, hello. Julianne West. Uncle Al. Thy Bullfrog 79. Dunia Bang Jewel. Oh, my spelling is horrible. Julia Bang Jewel is a friend. 8.74K subscribers, 1.7 or 1.4K videos. Please leave a like to support the channel. It will be greatly appreciated. 7 in the house. Well, I'm showing 7 in the house with 2 likes. On my right up in front of me is 6 in the house, 4 likes. Oh Lord, never know. And I do apologize. I'm wearing a white t-shirt. I just got out of my sweaty shirt I was wearing when I was mowing. I'm trying to get the front yard done. The wife's been working in the backyard a little bit. Oh man, it's at the point where you gotta mow it once a week. Will I be affected by the possible storm? Where's Enrique when I need him? There's a storm out there. I hadn't checked the weather. I checked the local weather. Today it was like 92 degrees, hot, humid. Hot and humid. I'm glad you're here no matter what channel you are on. Weak hurricane or strong tropical cyclone. Oh, I'll have to look into that. I will have to look into it. Oh, I'm drinking coffee. Taster's Choice. Nescafe. Good stuff. Carnation Creamer. Six in the house. 5 likes. Six in the house. 5 likes. Uncle Al gave me some really good notes today. I waited for him to finish. I said, well, we'll do that one tomorrow. I'd already put something together. I got up this morning around, I woke up this morning around 3:30. And I couldn't sleep, so I drank some coffee. I took my morning medication. And I started working on my notes. I have notes that I never put in the book from topics from like months ago. So I decided to pull up some notes and I wrote them down. And so I told Uncle Al that the topic, there's 2 topics. One is the top, or the 10 top summer plagues of the United States, Canada, and Mexico. We'll be going over that one. And then I'm also going to talk about diseases and epidemics of the 19th century. We are still on a filter or boil warning for tap water. And that involves the curse of the 3 sisters. I might also point out that we are in the middle of a pole shift. The poles are shifting, they're moving. The North Pole is moving towards Siberia, and the South Pole is moving towards, it's moving up towards the tip of South America. It's moving. The poles are moving. Ever so many thousand years that happens. Miss Ning, how you doing? Thank you for coming. Good evening, young lady. Thank you for coming over. Uncle Al's sitting at 2.47K, 5.2K videos. Miss Nig sitting at 709 subscribers, 157 videos. Let's try to get her up if you're not a friend. I would encourage you to befriend the young lady. Puts out some good material. Yoda! Hello, Senor Spicy. Spicy. Oh, is that the new nickname? Yeah, my friend Dave says he's giving me a new nickname. I guess it's spicy. Well, I do. I like spice. I like jalapenos. I like hot sauce. I mean, I'm into that sort of stuff. I mean, I'm not going to do one of those chip challenges, you know, where you basically have to drink 10 gallons of milk after you basically kill your stomach. No, I'm not going to go there, but I mean, I do like spicy foods. Mom of 4 boys. Hello, Rachel. How you doing? Everybody be nice and be friends. Idaho Garden Girl and Little Lone Prepper. How you doing, ladies? Showing 6 in the house and 8 likes. People are popping in and out. Devil Dog, he has not been by to visit me. He seems to have forgotten me. He's trying to grow his channel. God love him. And he is a Marine. Thank him for his service. He also had brain surgery here a while back. He had a tumor on it. It wrapped around like this optic. And they had to remove it. Had a lot of headaches and hard time recovering. Dunia Banjul is greeting people. So I will tell you, well, Dad's advice. What happened to you, Enrique? Where's your Blue Rich? Did you get yourself in trouble? Well, let me see what I can do about that. Got me switching channels now. You got me messed up. I'm working on it. Where are we? Here we go. All right, Dad's advice is now a standard moderator. Don't lose that blue wrench. I will be very unhappy. And again, I am trending upward slowly. Slowly. I am at 1970. 30 to go. Yesterday, this time, I think I started out in 1964. I picked up 6 subscribers. I've been putting out content. Put out some good shorts. Did a nice community post. I showed an image of part of the wall in that post, the border wall, which they are building. Hello, Melinda Elliott. I enjoyed your goldfish video. I get notices for a lot of community posts that KP Heathen, he does a lot of community posts, and I get notices and I leave likes and little comments on his community posts. 10 watching and 14 likes. And I am drinking Nescafe coffee. Again, I apologize about the white t-shirt. I just took off a real sweaty shirt, went out doing yard work. And I've got the slow cooker going with steaks in it and potatoes. Well, when Myra shows up, we can let her know he did an unboxing. It wasn't an envelope, it was a box. And I already cut it open. I've got a list of things that I've ordered, like when we were doing Prime Days, from the 8th to 11th. This is a very nice first aid kit that I'm putting in the box for the 2,000 subscriber giveaway. And I had a box provided to me. It was very nice of them. I had this is an APAC reduced sodium case. And there's an outer box that they shipped it in. Why, I do not know, but they shipped it in a separate box. So that'll be the box for the 2,000 subscriber giveaway. So I don't have to go spend a couple of dollars on another box. Got it up over there all ready to go. Life is good. 107. Uncle Al resides behind enemy lines in the Socialist Republic of California. So I should have some more stuff coming in this evening, probably after the stream is over. I had got some Bible tabs in, and I ordered a NIV Haley Study Bible. I'm waiting for that to come in. I'm waiting for Case A and Case B of Meals Ready to Eat from the Warnick Company. It's one of the 3 companies that make Meals Ready to Eat for the U.S. military. It's a Paco and AmeriQual. I'm working through an AmeriQual right now. I've got 2 cases of AmeriQual that I'm working through. My next video will likely be menu number 4, the latter part of this week. And then there'll be Stephanie's box, which I've actually got ready, but I want to do a video before I send it out. Chopping tumbleweeds, huh? Okay. 15 likes, 7 in the house. About time for me to get started on the topic for this evening. So I'm going to try to do it nice and slow and make my mentor happy. So the topic for this evening is 10 top summer plagues of, you could say, North America, which would be Canada, the United States, and Mexico. Pretty much North America. Some of these, this is absolutely gross, but I'll mention them. The brown cockroach. They get quite large. They're disgusting. If there were a nuclear war, they'd probably be the only things left. They survived the death of the dinosaurs. They've been around for bloody well ever. Brown cockroaches. Nasty. You spray for them. My school, they spray the school. Every day I find 1 or 2 dead ones in my classroom. That's not a question I'd want to answer, Melinda. Not a question I want to answer. I guess that'd be an Uncle Al question. This is a topic that he gave me like months ago. I'm just basically revisiting it. I wouldn't be that desperate. Mr. Whistle, how are you doing? If I got that desperate, I'm just going to die. I'm sorry. Why do you think I have a couple years worth of food stored up? And the amount of water that I have stored. Ugh. Uncle Al, God bless you. God bless you. So, mosquitoes. I've been wearing mosquito netting over my head, long sleeve shirt, long pants, gloves. I sweat more, but it pretty much keeps them off me. And sandflies. Mosquitoes and sandflies. They are plagues. Small vampires. Locusts. And they make that noise that they make. Bother the heck out of me. Yes, Stephanie, Uncle Al can certainly be gross when he wants to. A solar-powered mosquito light. Well, my wife is talking to me, about. I've got solar-powered lights. I've got lighting that have solar cells, and if there's the motion sensors, so if something crosses them, light comes on at night. My wife is asking me, cut it out, Uncle Al, before I hurl on you. Uh, so, I was trying to explain to the missus about the amount of power required. Like, we have a couple of fans, and during the wintertime, we have a heater that goes into our chicken coop, into the actual coop, when it gets super, super cold. And they run on electricity. And we've got to set up, water setup for them that's automatic, and it fills up as they drink it. It keeps it at a certain level. But I was trying to explain to her about the amount of power required, and it would cost quite a bit to set up a solar setup specifically to say power a fan or power, a heater, and then you've got to have the battery. You've got to have the batteries, and the batteries are not good at very low temperatures. They don't like low temperatures. So I said, no, that wouldn't work. Then there's mice plagues. Mice. Rats and mice. They carried the bubonic plague across Asia over to Europe, and mice. You put out rat poison. Every so often the dogs will kill one at night. They go out hunting, and they kill all sorts of stuff out there. They killed possums, and they killed a skunk one time. The damn thing sprayed them. Brought the smell back into the house, jumped on the bed. It's like, oh, it was a nasty situation. Hello, Myra Elaine, buying space. I did an unboxing, Myra. Did not involve an envelope. I was reviewing some of the things that are going to be coming in. This was in a box, and this goes in the 2,000 subscriber goodie box that when I get 30 more subscribers, because I'm at 1970 right now, this goes in. It was in the 100 subscriber box that went to Enrique. And actually, I did well. I've got this on Amazon. I paid a little less than, paid $17 for it. If I had have bought it over at Walmart where I bought the other one, it would have been $20. These go for $20 at Walmart. So I saved $3 because I get free delivery with Prime. Anne Marie, how are you doing, Anne Marie? And those of you who have been coming in and identifying yourselves, I will be doing shout outs for you. And I will be trying to give you some playtime. So continuing with the plagues, just to review real fast, the brown cockroach, mosquitoes and sandflies, locusts, mice. Let's try ticks. Ticks are absolutely ugh. You go out into the woods, go out into a field someplace, ticks. They burrow in, they carry Lyme disease. You don't want ticks. You have to strip down, and then you have to have somebody check your back, you know, places you can't check. Very nasty, very nasty. Ticks. Yeah, lots of nasty stuff. Lots of plagues. Well, the one I hate the most, snakes. Snakes. What I have here at my home where we live, what used to be out in the country, now it's in the city, so we've got like 3/4 of an acre, large. I could have two. It'd be the equivalent of having two homes. I could very easily have another home on the back of my home and the yard and still have yard. Ants. Ants and mosquitoes. What I'm having problems with, ants and mosquitoes. And then you've got some illnesses that hit the kids mainly, but adults can get them. Hello, Holly Ivans. You did a short on the pronunciation of unenveloping. Unenveloping. Did I mispronounce it? I don't know. Should I grunt the un? I'll have to watch that. I'm behind. Measles. Measles. 21 likes. 13 in the house. A lot of lurkers. Lurkers leaving likes. I've had 15 people identify themselves so far. Mumps. Mumps are not good. And then the only Chinese, the the only childhood malady other than like strep throat, because I got strep throat several times. But the Chinese childhood. Why do I keep saying? I was watching some Asian food uh, videos today, and I guess I've got Asian on the mind. Um, Chicken pox. It's like a precursor for kids of puberty. You get pustules all over your body, and then they give you calamine lotion to try to deal with the itching. And then it's not good as an adult, but if you get it, then you are prone to down the road when your immune system is shot. If you don't get the inoculation for it, you can get shingles. My aunt Olivia, about a week before she passed, 89 going on 90, few months shy of 90, she fell and she hurt herself and broke her hip, and she was in the hospital. And about a week before she died, and dementia set in when that happened. About a week before she died, she got shingles, and that's horrible. That's horrible. You had a hard time getting to my live. Somebody told me that possibly the reason that YouTube is flagging my videos for content is because I don't allow minors in. I restrict minors. Uncle Al's paranoid about minors coming into my live stream, so I restrict minors, channels of people underage. And that may be a reason why. I've been told that may be a reason why. And I know I don't think YouTube likes me or my content because I do preparedness. But I was told that may be a reason why they, notify people about my content warnings. And I do apologize for that. Well, I think you got notice that the live had ended. Well, I guess this is like a loop or something. I don't know. I don't know. All right. So we went through 10 top summer plagues, North America, the brown cockroach, mosquitoes and sandflies, locusts, mice, ticks, mice and rats, ticks, which have Lyme disease, snakes, ants, measles, mumps, and chicken pox. And when I think of snakes, I think of like poisonous snakes. Because if you're out in the country, rattlers, copperheads, coral snakes, freshwater, like lakes and such, you got to worry about you got to worry about snakes. And then if you're in Florida, goodbye, Jewel. Thank you for coming by. I will visit you. Um, Pythons. Those Indian rock pythons that get 20 feet long. and eat everything. And eat everything. And they've got an eradication. They got out, and they just spread all over the Everglades and all over Central Florida, and they're just a pestilence. That's a plague. I don't know, Holly. I will certainly take you on your word. Yes, Anne Marie, you can ask me something. Yeah, I know they're playing with all sorts of stuff. Ask your question, Anne. Horrible, horrible. Dengue fever. What room am I in? I'm in my man cave, which is like our fourth bed. We have a four-bedroom home. So my wife and I have the master bedroom. She has a spare bedroom that she uses for her sewing and her wardrobe, and she's got lots of stuff in there that she does her arts and various things. I have my man cave, and then the other bedroom was our daughter's bedroom, which is basically her junk room now because she moved out. So I'm in one of the bedrooms, and I've got a couch next to me over here, and I've got my computer set up and my printer and a table here in between, and I've got my hutch over here, and I got my gun safe in the corner. Got a closet full of stuff, and it's all spreading out into the room. Mm. Mm. 11 in the house, 22 likes. Okay, so we went through the first topic. In the second topic, diseases and epidemics of the 19th century. Um, when I think about when I think about the 19th century, and I teach that, one of the subjects that I teach of the core, U.S. history, Texas history, but I like U.S. history, and after the Civil War had ended in 1865, there was an explosion of new technology, inventions. There were things that had developed and started, like the railroad, the telegraph, and you had technological innovations. They started using iron for making bridges, reinforced bridges, um, stronger metals. They started making the first, what they call skyscrapers, like an elevator in your skyscraper. They were doing electricity. Tesla played with 12 volt AC/DC. Well, he was in the DC current, and then you had AC current, which is basically what we use today mainly, and like street lights, the telephone, Bell with the telephone, Edison, big inventions, then the automobile, and all this was developed in a period of 30 years or so. So diseases and epidemics of the 19th century. And then they started having advances in medical science. Smallpox. Smallpox. Typhus. Yellow fever. Scarlet fever. And a big nasty was cholera. Cholera. Uncle Al lives in a socialist republic. He's behind enemy lines. Drinking coffee. Oh, Nescafe. Gotta finish it because it's starting to get cold. Yeah, and and these carried over into the 20th century. They carried over, and they still exist today, mainly in third world countries, in Africa and South American places, third world countries. So I will be working on menu number 4 from the AmeriQual Meals Ready to Eat that the military issues to their soldiers. That'll be a video, and then I will be doing a video of Stephanie's Idaho Garden Girls box. She'll be getting a box. When I hit 2,000, and I'm about 30 away, at some point in time in the foreseeable future, I'll hit 2,000. There will be a 2,000 subscriber giveaway. And if you want to be in the drawing for a really nice box, look at one of my previous giveaways to see what I put in them. If you want to be in the drawing, please leave a like. Well, one, you need to be subscribed, and I'm pretty sure everybody here right now is. Leave a like and a supportive comment on each of the last 5 videos I will have released when I hit 2,000. Now, when I did the 100 subscriber giveaway, I only had a total of 6 videos up on my backup channel. When I started the channel, I had put up like 3 videos. And then the month that I let my main channel rest, which was in May, I worked on my backup channel trying to get it to 100 subscribers. And it was like at 61 when I started working on it. And it took me about 6 weeks, because my channel does not grow. My channels do not grow fast. It took me about 6 weeks to get past that one, hit that 100. And it's sitting at like 106 right now. So I did 3 videos during that period of time. And then if you take the two of the 3 prior ones I had done, that's 5. And I all the time was saying, leave a like and a supportive comment on each of the last 5. And I only had 6 people who qualified. That last video I had done had 20 different channels commenting. But when I backtracked 4 additional videos, I only had 6 channels. Enrique had 2 of them. So he had a 1/3 shot of winning. Very good odds. And he got a nice box. You look at the video if you haven't. Uh, 11 in the house, 22 likes. So again, diseases and epidemics of the 19th century and the early 20th century. Smallpox, typhus, the yellow fever, scarlet fever, and cholera. And then at the end of World War I, 1918, you had the Spanish flu, and it was a pandemic. Over 1 million people died around the world, and they were wearing masks. There are pictures of people in 1918 wearing surgical masks. The Spanish flu. Right now, my city, Victoria, with the population of about 65,000, it has a boil. They're putting out lots of notices. I get them on my phone. They've done a couple of press conferences. They tell people boil water. They're working on trying to get it's been tested repeatedly, and they're trying to flush the system, flush the tanks, and get everything, and trying to get the chlorine into the water. And they're working on it. They need to, they're concerned, so they released, the city manager said that they're going to take $10 off everybody's water bill this coming month to allow for people to buy bottled water, to recompense them for having to buy bottled water. And I only drink bottled water. We only drink bottled water. Filtered water. Take care, Holly. Well, I think a gallon of water right now goes for about $1.30 if you buy a gallon of water. You buy a 24 pack, it's a little over $3. So for $10, you can buy like 3 24 packs, or you can buy 7-8 gallons of drinking water. There are people that they don't pay attention. They're drinking the water anyway. I don't know that it will hurt them. I don't know that it'll hurt them. I mean, they're filtering. They're treating the water just from all the overflow went into the system. Yeah, good night, Holly. Thank you for coming. So, another thing we really haven't talked about, that there are channels that give notices and stuff about coronal ejections from the sun, and talk about the fact that there is a pole shift in process. The poles are moving. It happens. Every so many thousand years it happens. And the North Pole is moving towards Siberia. The South Pole is moving towards the tip of South America. They're moving. What will happen when that is completed? I'd have to do some research on that. That might be a good topic. I have been keeping track of the protests. I've been meaning, and I either want to do a topic, or I want to do a Coffee Talk News. And I'll be going back to work in a couple of weeks. I'd like to do a Coffee Talk News. Probably won't, but it might be a topic about the rulings of the court, Supreme Court. I'd like to talk about the border wall. I'd like to talk about the deportations and all of the struggles that they're having, and the pushback, and the Democrats have chosen some topics that they're just dead losers on. And they are losing membership, basically just going so far to the left that some of their more moderates are becoming independents or joining the Republican Party. There have been big shifts in the numbers. Well, yeah. Santa Claus in Russian. That's a good one. Okay. That's a good one. Yeah. They're not happy over there. They're not happy. Those sanctions are getting them. They're running through their supplies, their back supplies, all the stuff from the Soviet era, tanks, all sorts of tracked vehicles and trucks, and they're losing a lot of equipment, artillery. They're buying, they're buying, and they're having their allies, North Korea, China, Iran has been sending them stuff. Russia just does not have the industrial base that it used to have. And back in the days, a lot of the industrial base was in Ukraine. A lot of the industrial base was in Ukraine. Yeah. Vodka instead of Coke. Okay, Enrique. Florida will be wine country. Yeah. Yeah. Said, said he'll be drinking shots and speaking Russian, right? Oh, I can just see all those drunk elves fumbling around. Oh, God almighty, that's a good one. It's a good one. 10 in the house and 22 likes. So I am working on trying to slowly grow my channel. You know, I didn't ask Dave, did he hit 1 million today, but he's growing like a weed. He has asked me in the past, he advised me in the past, let y'all know, he did a community post that he said he would leave up until he hits 15K. He's at 14 something K. He said he will leave it up until he hits 15K. And he suggested going over and looking at his community post, leaving a like and a comment, and then checking out look for channels that you're not currently friends with, reach out to them, watch a couple of videos, leave likes and comments, identify yourself as a new friend, and they'll do the same for you, and that way, hopefully, channels increase. And I went over and looked a couple of times. Have the Russians ever been happy? I don't know. A lot of the ones that have come here, there's a lot of people that used to be in Ukraine and Russia that are here. They seem to be happy. And they seem to be smart enough not to be protesting, and they're thankful that they're here. Not like, this is Mexico, we're taking it back, or whatever. And they were down there, there's some stuff on the news down in Mexico City. You've got a certain number of North Americans, U.S. citizens that are down there on visas. Some of them have shops. Some of them are just down there like expats just living down there because the cost of living is a little bit better. And they're down there, trying to drive them out. And they're looting stores, burning, with burning cars and doing all, and the government's not doing a damn thing to stop them. The police, nobody's trying to stop them. Trying to drive out the Americans. They're saying that we're colonizing them. They're colonizers. Please. Hello, Mike. Thanks for stopping by. Mike Crusher Reviews, my go-to guy for food rations. It would be interesting to compare the differences, and they're small differences, in what the three MRE suppliers to the U.S. military. It would be interesting to see. Right now, I'm going through slowly. I'll be working on menu number 4. I've already done the first 3. The last one I just released about 3 days ago has a couple hundred views. It would be interesting to see what the difference is in what they're putting in what components, or what they're putting in their version of the ration. They've got the 24 menus, so I know the main will be the same. But what other things they put in them. I'm going through AmeriQual. I've got some Warnick company coming in, case A, case B. I've got case A, case B of Sapaco. Be interesting to open everything up and look and compare. I really don't have time to do that, though. Yeah. Yeah. Well, 8 in the house, 22 likes. Please leave a like to support the channel. It'd be greatly appreciated. So I'll be working on review number 4. Well, there are people who have been here forever. There are Hispanics that have been here forever. They were here, not that many of them, but they have ancestors who were here back when Mexico was part of Spain, the Spanish Empire, and then Mexico was independent. And there were Mexicans who fought, against There were Tejanos that fought with the Texans against Mexico and Santa Anna and all that sort of stuff. And my ancestors, I've got Irish ancestors who've been here for over 200 years. That would be like to say, we'll go back to Ireland. And my ancestors were part of the McGloin colony, the San Patricios, the St. Patricks, which I lived, in that area. And the ones that they need to, that everybody agrees with, you got to get rid of all the damn criminals. Venezuela, Colombia, there were countries that were basically sending over their criminals. They were letting them out of prison and sending them here. Thousands and thousands, tens of thousands of them. And then you've got all the gangs that trending, your Aragua, MS-13, all that crap. You got to get rid of all those. And any idiot that wants to support and say they should stay here, they need to start deporting some of those idiots, whoever they are. I'm sorry. We got to get rid of the idiots. Because there are millions of criminals that they need to get rid of. They can just focus on the criminals. And now the other thing is, they're getting a few. They're getting a few. You're with the wrong person at the wrong time, and they pick you up too. And hey, well, you don't have citizen papers, and they take you too. So then what I basically tell people, when something happens, like when I used to be a principal, and I'd always have 1 or 2 people that just, I'd go into a new school and I'd have to basically do a few changes. And I'd tell everybody, I said, hey, you have nothing to worry about. But there will be 1 or 2 people that will be screaming bloody murder. And that I'm the Antichrist. And I'm treating the rest of you like gold. So when you hear those 1 or 2 or 3, look the other direction. Because they really are the problems. And don't try to fight for the problems. Let me deal with the problems, and the rest of us, we're happy. And that's my way I see things. Hey, take care, Julie. 2:05 a.m. God bless you. All right, this has been a really nice live stream. I have really enjoyed it. I've really enjoyed it. I appreciate everybody who came in tonight. I think we had a really good topic. We got a really good topic for tomorrow. Uncle Al gave me some really good notes. And I'm still waiting for some stuff to come in, so I'll be having some other envelopings and unboxings. I'm waiting for some stuff to come in. So if you haven't done so, please leave a like. I appreciate it. I support those. Hello, Hillbilly Josh. I support those who support me. I try to treat people the way I want to be treated. I try to lead by example. I'm getting old. I try to mentor younger people, my kids. When I get up in the morning, I thank God for the day. I'm 63 years old right now. Don't know how long I have. I might be around another 30 years, or I might not wake up tomorrow. I take my medication. I drink my coffee. Say the Lord's Prayer. I pray for people. I treat people the way I want to be treated. I try to lead by example. 23 likes, 7 in the house. It's been nice. I've had 17 different individuals come in and identify themselves, so I know there's some lurkers out there leaving me likes. They like to lurk. I will plan on being back tomorrow, be Tuesday. Still doing yard work. Didn't say what. Don't. I don't know. Sorry you're late. Don't worry, you're fine. You've been working. I understand. I understand. Anyway, if you haven't done so, please leave a like and a supportive comment on each of the last 5 videos I've been releasing. I'll probably release 1 or 2 more before I hit 2,000. When I hit 2,000, I'll be looking at those last 5 videos, and I'll be doing another goodie box giveaway. Everybody, please remember the Scout motto is be prepared. It's my motto. And everybody have a blessed day, and hopefully we'll get together for another edition of Coffee Talk tomorrow. I really enjoyed it, appreciate it. Take care. It was a good one. Good night. Bye-bye.